So go ahead and find your comfortable seated position. And if seated is not calling to you, certainly child's pose or corpse pose as you would in Shavasana, totally fine. So wherever you feel most grounded, settle in. Close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. Fill all the way up low to high. Let those collarbones expand. And drink in as much as you can. Hold it for a moment. And then as ready, nice loud open mouth exhales. Several rounds of those. Breathing deep. Big inhales. Open mouth exhales to let go. Sigh it out or send it out loudly. Take as many of those as you need to really feel like you are letting go. And then once you've gotten enough of those big, long breaths, allow the breath to normalize. And let the breath become the focus of your attention, as if you've never noticed it before. Just notice the breath. Notice how it feels on the inhales. Notice how far you can feel that breath go into your body. And then notice how that breath feels on the exhale. Several rounds just noticing. And as you continue to really just feel and notice the breath, bring attention inward even further so that you can notice how your body's feeling. So you can notice the sensation of breath and the sensation of your inner body experiences. How do they feel? What's going on? Just notice. Maybe bring warmth of breath to the spots that need it. Maybe bring a little bit more letting go on each exhale. And as you continue to breathe, talk a little bit about today's practice and the theme. So we've been talking about over the last number of classes the ideas of recognizing your experience, just noticing it with non-judgment and allowing it to be, just is. So recognizing, allowing, and then bringing in the idea of positive self-talk. So we've talked about those three kind of ways of finding a bit more equanimity and kind of lifting ourselves up. And to add to that is the idea of bringing positive reappraisal, that idea of turning things around. So that if you're working hard in a plank pose and you're feeling your muscles and you're starting to feel some negativity, like I don't want to do this anymore, you can turn that around and have the idea of, yes, I can, and this is going to make me feel so much better because I've accomplished something I thought I couldn't do, and my muscles are going to be stronger when I'm done. So with that in mind, go ahead and bring hands to heart space. Feel the sensation of thumbs into breastbone. Close your eyes. Take several rounds of breath to come up with your intention. Maybe one of the ways of kind of building equanimity, building ourselves up through recognizing, allowing, positive self-talk, positive reappraisal will work for you. Or maybe just need something that will support you even more for what you need at this moment on your mat and going through the evening and perhaps the week ahead. So several rounds of breath to just feel your intention move through your body. And then we'll breathe a round of intention together and sending out to the universe by emptying out. So really exhale fully. And then big inhale, fill all the way up. Hold it at the top, really feel that intention. And then send that intention out, big open mouth exhale. Good. Then allow hands to come back down to inner thighs. Blink your eyes open. And then as you're ready, find your way into your comfortable tabletop position. So knees under hips, wrist creases under shoulders. And begin to make your way into your cow on the inhale and your cat on the exhale. Really taking time so that you can feel where the stretch is needed. So maybe you'll hang out in cow pose, letting the belly button come a little closer to the earth as the pelvis tilts a little more, and then shining through the heart space. Maybe you'll spend a little more time back in cat pose to really reach the arms long and spread through the shoulder blades. So find the pace that you need. And after you get a couple cows and cats in, take some nice 3D motion. So really let the body tell you where you need to go. So barrel rolls and the hips out past the heels, whatever you need. Several rounds of breath worth. And then find your way back to your tabletop. And from your tabletop, just going to move through a little flow that's going to add on to our cow and cat called Ashtavakasana. So with your inhale, expand heart space and cow. With your exhale, cat pose, and then press cat pose back into child's pose. Reach the arms long, send the hips back. With your next inhale, flow low over the mat. Coming into baby cobra. Inhaling your way to baby cobra. With your next round of breath, exhale it back, pressing into tabletop. Next inhale, once again, cow pose. Exhale back, cat. Send back with your next exhale, child's pose. Inhale, flow low over the mat. Coming into baby cobra, zip those legs up, tops of the feet down, no weight in the hands. Exhale, press it back up, tabletop, one more time through. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Back to child's pose. There we go. Inhale, flow low over the mat. Coming on into your baby cobra. Float the hands. Exhale, come on up, tabletop. Inhale, tabletop. From your exhale, bring it back, down dog. Reach the arms long. Once you're in your down dog, pedal it out. See what your body needs. Give yourself a little side to side. Remember the breath, nice big breaths, nice and long and slow. If you have Ujjayi breath in your practice, go ahead and fire that up, that slight constriction in the back of the throat. Another round of breath in your down dog, big inhale, hips come up, root through the balls of the feet, and with your next exhale, come on down. Tabletop once again. Inhale, sweep the right arm up, reach it tall. Take your wrist circles, couple in each direction. And then with your next exhale, thread it through. Right shoulder comes down. Find where you want to be. Where can that right shoulder go? And then work to stack top shoulder over bottom. Maybe reach the arm up to the sky, left arm, maybe half bind with the left arm. If that right shoulder is tight and you're not feeling it, definitely keep that top hand down, support yourself, and then just work to open up top shoulder over bottom. One more round of breath. With your next inhale, reverse it on out, unthread, reach the right arm up, puff out through your right side body. Exhale, bring it down, tabletop. Next inhale, float the left arm, revolve around the spine, reach nice and tall. Take your wrist circles, couple in each direction. And then when you're ready, right hand just outside the mat, left arm threads through, drop that left shoulder down.
And work to stack right shoulder over left. Reach the left arm away. Find the stretch that works for you in that left shoulder. Couple rounds of breath. With your next round of breath, unwind it, unthread, reach it up through the left side body. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it down, tabletop. Leave the knees and the hips aligned, then walk the arms out, reach it long, and come on into your Anahatasana. As the arms reach long, hips reach back. Forehead can touch the earth, or if you have the space, chin can come on down. Once you're there, see if you can feel that sense of pressing the heart down, reaching the arms long, sending the hips back. Couple rounds of breath here. Just feel what you can receive from the earth. Breathe it in. Feel it in your heart space. Next round of breath. Walk one arm back under shoulder at a time. Finding your way to tabletop. Big inhale and tabletop. With your exhale, reach it back. Down dog. Big round of breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. With your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward, big step, top of mat. Coming into that temporary forward fold. And then inhale it up, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, release, forward fold. Couple rounds in forward fold. Letting the breath come smoothly as you pedal out. Then find stillness. And with your exhale, crouch and curl it down. Come into a teeny little ball, tuck the chin around the back. Come the balls of your feet, press the hands in, spread through the shoulder blades. Tinier ball still. And then with your next couple rounds of breath, ragdoll it up, arms hang. Knees are soft. Vertebra stacks, one on top of the other. Shoulders over hips, then sweep the arms up, reach up, look up. Big inhale, interlace, exhale, arms come parallel. Reach the arms away, knuckles reach, shoulder blades spread, round through the upper back, belly button in and up. One more breath here, find that nice stretch in the upper back. Next inhale, goalpost arms, come right into a little back bend. Root the legs down, send shoulder blades together, and then lift the heart space. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step it back, find plank. Inhale at plank. We'll stay for 3 breaths here. So feel the heels like they want to reach to the back. The hands root down. Belly button is nice and the low belly is nice and engaged. And then with your next exhale, drop the knees. Externally rotate those inner elbows. And then dive it down into Urnasana. Then shoot the legs back, zip them up. Feet press down, inhale, baby cobra, float the hands, 1 breath. Exhale, come over the toes, send it back, down dog, reach the arms long. Couple rounds of breath. Feel arms reaching so far that you feel like you can rip that front third of the mat away, and then get weight up the spine, down the legs, into the balls of the feet. Next exhale, bend knees, look forward, big step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Engage the low core. Reverse swan dive it up, reach it up, come right into a little back bend. And then this time, palms together, elbows squeeze to the midline, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step it back, find plank. 3 breaths in plank. From here, you want to feel that sense of balls of the feet rooting down like they want to drag to the backs of your hands. And then we'll come through chaturanga, or you can do 8-point pose again if you'd like. If you get a chaturanga, externally rotate those inner elbows, come to the tips of your toes, come down halfway, elbow, shoulder, same height, flip to the top of your feet, then press the arms long, then send the shoulder blades to support the heart. Up dog, exhale, down dog. Reach the arms long. 1 more sane. Next exhale, step or hop, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine. Exhale, release, forward fold. Root the legs down. Engage core. Inhale, sweep it up. All the way up. Little back bend. Exhale, swan dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step back, find plank. One breath in plank, big inhale. Exhale, take it down your way. Remember, if you're chaturanga-ing halfway, flip to the tops of the feet, reach arms, heart space shines. Exhale, back, down dog. 3 big breaths in your down dog. Let the head hang, shake it yes and no. One more big round of breath, big inhale. Nice long exhale, send it out. With your next exhale, reach the arms longer, root down, and then inhale, sweep the right leg way, way up. With your exhale, drop it down, touch the earth. 2 more, inhale, come to the ball of the left foot as you reach the right leg high. Exhale, bring it down. 1 more, inhale it up. Exhale it down. 1 more set, this time bent leg. So bend the knee. Feel like you could press the top of the foot to the sky, and then 3, high to highest. 1, 2, 3, send the leg long. Exhale, sweep it through, lunge pose. Root down through the legs, hug them into the center line. Hips come to center line, legs go to midline. So in through the hips, and then into the midline with the legs. Nice and strong, big inhale. With your exhale, drop the left knee. Come into your low lunge in the hand position that calls to you. So maybe hands behind the knee. Check it out, how's the hip flexor? Stay here if this is what you need. Or reach the arms, sweep it up, look up, big inhale. Stay for the exhale and decide if you want to go into a back bend, goalpost, or reaching the arms up. Wherever you are, really feel like you're going to recommit to find that stretch in that left hip flexor. 1 more big inhale, reach tall. Exhale. Plant the hands to stay. Next exhale, half Hanumanasana. Hip creases move back in space. Root that right heel down. 1 breath here just to kind of get the lay of the land. How's that hamstring feeling? And then we're going to come through 3 more times dynamically. Then we'll stay. So inhale it forward. Hands come forward. Hips come forward. Find a right hamstring stretch, left hip flexor stretch. Bring the hips forward a touch more if possible. Exhale back. Half Hanumanasana. 1 breath. Inhale it forward. Hands frame the foot. Hips go forward. Feel the stretch where you need it. Exhale it back. 1 breath. Flex the foot. Inhale it forward. Find your stretch. And then exhale back where we'll stay. So really set up here. Hip crease over the knee. Send the right heel forward as needed, then root it down. Flex strongly. And then feel like those hip creases are sending you back in space. Even widen through the toes. Spread through the toes. With your next inhale, back off a touch. And exhale, redrape. See if there's a little bit more room. Maybe there is, maybe not. 1 more round of breath. With your next exhale, plant that right foot, frame the foot with the hands, send back, find plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, bring it down your way. Inhale, shine through. Exhale, send back. Reach arms long. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Hips square. See how high we get that leg. And then we'll take our leg lifts from here. 2 more. Come to the ball of the right foot. 1 more. Send it nice and high. Exhale, bring it down. Second set. Bent knee. Feet points or foot like it could step on the sky. And then take 1, 2, 3 big pumps. Send the leg long. Send through. Lunge pose. Settle in. Feel length. Drop the tailbone a touch. Feel so long through the whole body. 1 more big breath as the right heel moves away. And then exhale, drop the right knee. Come tall torso. Experiment. How's it feeling here in the hip flexor? And then take any arm position that calls to you, which might just be staying interlaced behind the knee. Couple rounds of breath. Big inhales. Big exhales. One more round of breath here. And then with your next exhale, reframe the foot with the hands, send back. Half Hanumanasana as our check-in. This is going to help us decide where to go when we move through those 3 times dynamically. So just kind of find your set point where you want to kind of settle in or move to each time we go through dynamically. Inhale, come on back, flatten the foot, frame the foot, send the hips forward, find your stretch. Exhale it back. Half Hanumanasana, 1 breath. That's 1. Inhale, bring it forward, frame the foot, hips go forward, find that stretch. Bring it back. This is 2. 1 breath. Flex the foot. Inhale it forward. Send hips forward. 1 breath. Exhale it back. Third dynamic one here. Just 1 breath here. Inhale it forward. Send hips forward. Find that stretch. And then exhale back where we'll settle into our half Hanumanasana. So really set up here. Right hip point, right knee aligned. Flex the left foot. Feel like you're driving that heel down. And then hip creases isometrically send back. Couple breaths. With the next inhale, back off a touch. With the next exhale, redrape. Spread through the toes. 2 or 3 more breaths. With your next inhale, come on back. Low lunge, frame the foot, step back, find plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, your way down. Elbows stay in nice and close. Inhale, shine the heart space through. Exhale, send it back. Reach the arms long, big round of breath. Let's take this next round of breath together. So empty out. Inhale, nice and deep. Hold it at the top. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. With your next inhale, sweep that right leg way, way high. Take your hip opener, stack your right hip over the left so you can get that heel a little bit closer to the tailbone, knee as if it wants to touch the sky. And then take your hip circles, a couple in each direction. And then for a little core challenge, keep the hips stacked, send the right leg long so you can lift it up higher, and then square the hips, send it through, find lunge. Big round of breath in your lunge. Root both legs down. With your next exhale, send that left heel down. Find heel to arch alignment. With your inhale, sweep it up. Warrior 2. See the back big toe? If you need to, kick the heel out a touch so that big toe is up the mat about 30 degrees. Then feel like the tailbone wants to come down to the earth and then lengthen through the whole spine. Reach the arms away. Check that front knee, make sure it's in the same direction as the middle toes. Hug the legs into the midline. 2 breaths. With your next inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the left palm up for today. That helps keep weight off the back leg. Puff through the right side body. 1 breath. Next inhale, back through. Warrior 2. Hinge it forward. Come on into extended side angle. Once you're in extended side angle, left bicep close to the left side of your face, and then 1 long line, outer edge of the back foot, all the way through the left fingertips. Hug the legs into the midline, tuck the right sitting bone under, stack top hip open, over the right hip. 1 breath. Next inhale, come on back up. Warrior 2. In your Warrior 2, settle in, 2 breaths. Come nice and deep in that front thigh so you can start to feel it. With your inhale, fill up. Exhale, windmills you down. Find plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, your way down. Inhale, shine through. Exhale, send it back. Reach arms long, 1 breath. Next inhale, sweep that left leg way, way up. Take your hip opener, stack the hips, heel towards the tailbone, knee to sky. And then take your 3 circles, each direction, little or small, just what your hip needs. After your hip circles, send that top leg long, lift it up, core move, straighten or square the hips, that is. Left leg long, exhale, sweep through. Lunge pose, 1 breath in lunge. Feel your length. Exhale, spin down, heel to arch. Spin up. Settle in. Tailbone like it wants to reach down. Torso to the long side of the mat. Arms reach away. Check that front knee out. Hug both legs into the midline. One more breath. Reverse warrior. Right palm up. 2 breaths here. Puff out. Next inhale. Back through. Warrior 2. Slide it in. Extended side angle. Reach the arms long. The right arm long, that is. So long in the whole right side body. All the way from the outside of the right foot through the right fingertips. Breathe here. Next inhale, come on back. Warrior 2. Settle in warrior 2, 2 breaths. Really go deep. With your inhale, fill up. Exhale, windmill it down. Plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, your way down. Inhale, shine through. Exhale, send back. Reach those legs long. Couple rounds of breath here. Shake the head, yes and no. Take this next breath together, so empty out. Big inhale, fill all the way up. Hold it, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. With your next inhale, float through to plank. From your plank pose, right wrist underneath the chin, stack your body. Right head to shoulder in line with that right wrist crease. Stack the legs. Reach the left arm up. If you need to, drop that right knee down, but keep lifting that top side body. 3 breaths here. You can look up, root down through that right arm to raise up high with the left side body. 1 more breath. Exhale, plank pose. You can vinyasa through back to down dog, or go right back to down dog. Yogi's choice. Once you're back in down dog, float that right leg, reach it high. Exhale, knee to chin. Touch it in. Inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, sweep through. Lunge pose. Spin down, rise up. Warrior 2. Check in, find that alignment. 1 round of breath. Inhale, reverse warrior, half bind if you like. Puff through the right side body. Next inhale, back through warrior 2, extended side angle. We'll stay a couple breaths here. So you get to decide, does that right hand reach down to the block, floor, maybe half bind. If you're taking the half bind, maybe the back tag of the pants is where you go, or maybe the top of the right thigh. Then work to stack, left shoulder over right, left hip over right. Root the legs down, 1 more breath. With your next inhale, reverse it out. Landing back in your warrior 2. 1 breath in warrior 2. And then straighten that front leg, don't lock it out. And then hinge forward, tick-tock it down. Maybe hand to shin, maybe hand to the top of the foot, or right below the left arm. Don't overstretch in the groin or the hamstring, but feel so much length in that whole body. 2 more breaths. Look up if that's comfortable. Next inhale, bend through the right knee, float the arms back up. Warrior 2, 1 breath, big inhale. And with your exhale, windmill it down, frame the foot, send it back. Down dog if you're fatigued, or vinyasa through. Inhale to shine through. Exhale to send back. Big round of breath. With your next inhale, float it forward. Plank pose. Side plank, second side. Wrist under chin, stack it. Right shoulder over left. Leg stacked or top leg down. Yogi's choice, of course. Send those heels away, spread through the toes. Reach the arm up if you like. 2 more breaths. Long through the body, lifting the whole right side body. 1 more big breath. Inhale. Exhale. Back down. Tabletop. Yogi's choice. Back to down dog or vinyasa through. Fill up. Exhale takes you back. Round of breath in your down dog. Inhale. Sweep left leg way high. Exhale. Left knee to chin. Touch it in. Inhale it nice and high. Exhale, sweep through. Find lunge. spin down, heel to arch. Inhale, sweep it up. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, maybe the half bind. Come on back, warrior two. Slide it through, extended side angle. Find out where you want the bottom hand, bottom arm. Maybe forearm to thigh, maybe to the floor, and then maybe experiment with a half bind. 2 or 3 more breaths here. Stack hips, stack shoulders, open the heart space, look up if that's comfortable. Next inhale, reverse it on out. Come back up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, but don't lock out that knee. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, tick-tock down. Decide where you want to go. Hand to shin, top of the foot, or right below the left arm. Work to stack top hip over bottom as you tuck that left sitting bone under. Couple breaths. Next inhale, bend through the right knee. Bring it back up. Warrior two. Breathe here. Feel strong. Inhale to stay. Exhale, windmill it down. Find your plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, your way down. Or maybe right back to down dog. Inhale to shine. Exhale, send back. Breathe here. Big inhales. Big exhales. Let's take this next round of breath together. So empty all the way out. Fill up, low to high. Drink it in. Hold it. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. With your next inhale, sweep the right leg nice and high. Yogi's choice, you can stay with the leg high or put it back down as we come into 3-leg plank pose. We're just going to take 3 mini leg lifts with that right leg. So drop the toes, bring the heel back up. 1, drop the toes, bring the heel back up. 2, drop the toes, bring the heel back up. That's 3. We'll get ready for side plank. Second time through. Wrist under chin, stack it up, reach up. Remember, you can take that bottom leg down. If you want a challenge here, left arm over the side of the face, float the left leg. We'll stay for about 3 rounds of breath. Stay strong. Look up if you'd like. 1 more breath. Exhale, come on down. Plank pose. Inhale, plank. Your choice. Send back to down dog or vinyasa through. Once you're back in down dog, round of breath. With your next inhale, sweep that right leg way high. Exhale, knee to chin. Stay. Next exhale, knee to right elbow. 1 breath. Inhale, send the right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Find lunge. Spin down, heel to arch. Inhale, warrior two. Settle in warrior two, 1 breath. Inhale, reverse warrior, half bind if you'd like. Next inhale, back through warrior two. Extended side angle. Take it to your depth. Where can you go? If you'd like to try the full bind, left arm comes up, left thumb leads the way. Bring the shoulder down, reach through, grab fingers, then restack. Left shoulder over right. Look up if you'd like. Stay deep in that right thigh. 2 more breaths. Big breaths. With your next round of breath, reverse it out. Come back through your extended side angle, back up to your warrior two. 1 breath in warrior two. Straighten through the front leg. Hinge it forward. Tick-tock it down. Find your triangle. And see where you want to go. Maybe the 3rd time through, you've got room to open up the heart space. Left arm can reach away a bit. Maybe not. 2 or 3 more breaths. If you'd like, keeping that right knee soft, you can float the right arm for a little challenge. Maybe for the last breath, parallel the arms. Reverse it out, next breath. Back up, warrior two. Settle in warrior two, 2 breaths. Next round of breath, fill up on the inhale, and the exhale, windmills you down. Find plank. Remember, if you're fatigued, go right back to down dog. Otherwise, vinyasa through. Inhale, shine. Exhale, send back. Gather your strength. Remember your positive reframing. This is perhaps the spot in the flow that you needed. Think of how strong your body's going to feel. Next inhale, plank pose. We're going to lift the left leg. Take our 3 leg lifts in plank. Touch the toes down, that's 1. Inhale it up. Touch toes down, that's 2. Inhale it up. Down once again, that's 3. And then lift it back up just for fun. Send it down, and then set up. Plank pose. This is side plank, that is. Challenge yourself. Maybe the challenge is just reaching the arm up. Maybe the challenge is arm overhead. Lift the leg. 3 breaths. See if you can lift the leg, touch higher. Keep the side body high. 1 more breath. Come back through. Bring it back. Plank pose. Yogi's choice. Right back to down dog or vinyasa through. We'll meet up back in down dog. 1 breath. Next inhale, sweep that left leg high. Exhale, knee to chin, 1 breath. Send it to left elbow, 1 breath. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, sweep through. Find lunge, spin down, windmill it up, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Next inhale, back through, warrior 2. Hinge it forward, come on into your extended side angle. Breathe here. Maybe half bind. Maybe move to the full bind. Bring the right shoulder down, grab fingers, restack. Resend that left sitting bone under. Stack top hip over. Couple breaths. Next round of breath or so. Reverse it out. Come back up. Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Hinge it forward, tick-tock it down. Triangle pose. Where do you want to go in triangle? Maybe you can open up. Right arm reaches farther away. Maybe you'll stay right here. Maybe you'll float left arm up for core challenge, or for the last breath, parallel. 1 breath. Reverse it out. Inhale, back up, bend through the left knee. Warrior 2. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, windmill down, plank pose. Yogi's choice, right back to down dog or vinyasa through. Meeting up in your down dog. Couple rounds of breath in your down dog. Let your head hang. Let the breath settle. Recall your intention. And then with your next exhale, just drop the knees down. We're going to do just a little bit of forearm plank and dolphin. And of course, if you need to modify, instead of coming up into forearm plank, you can simply press down in forearm tabletop. For forearm plank, and forearm tabletop for that matter, you want elbows under shoulders. For most of us, that means we can grab our elbows on the outside of each arm. That's going to tell us that they're in the right place. Send the arms out, and then step 1 leg back at a time, coming into your forearm plank. Challenge yourself here. Belly button to spine, heels go in the opposite direction as the crown of the head, fingers root down. About 5 more breaths. Feel your own strength. Recall your intention. Know how strong you are. 1 more breath. Exhale. Drop the knees. Just come on up, kind of in a little bit of a hero's pose. Shake the arms. And get ready for second time through. For second time through, you can do forearm plank as we did. Or you can do dolphin pose. And you feel strong in dolphin, you can do leg lifts in dolphin. So reset up into your forearm plank. If you want to move from forearm plank to dolphin, walk the feet in. See if you can keep the shoulders over the elbows. Send the hips back. So option to stay right here, rooting the fingers down, or you can take some leg lifts. A couple on each side. Now if the leg lifts feel like too much, a nice kind of intermediate is to just lift the heels, come to the tips of the toes. Just about 5 more breaths worth. Last 2 breaths. With your next exhale, drop the knees down, child's pose. Sweep the arms alongside. Crown the head to the earth. Settle in. Let your body go. Let it relax. About 3 to 5 more breaths. Feel the breath slow down. Perhaps reconnect with your Jaya breath. And then with your next round of breath, just walk it forward, coming into belly down. We're going to work our way into 2 versions of locust. First, standard with arms down, palms up, zip the legs up, tops of the feet pressed down. With your inhale, start by just bringing the torso up, lifting the backs of the hands off the earth. More crown forward than cranking up that chin. Want to keep the neck safe. And then for the next 3 to 5 breaths, float the legs up. Inhales might lift you up a little higher. Exhales might take you down. 3 more breaths. Use the low back, use the glutes, use the hamstrings. 1 more breath, lift high. Exhale, drop it all down. Right cheek to the earth. Settle in. See if in these next 3 to 5 breaths that you can really feel letting go, particularly in that low back. Each exhale helps you release, become a touch more relaxed and heavy into the mat. Then we're going to take a second round of locust with a bound version for a little bit of a shoulder opener. So sweep the arms behind you, interlace. And then with your inhale, send the knuckles away towards your heels, lift everything up. Just 3 to 5 breaths here. Belly button, spine, long through the whole body. Inhale, see if the knuckles can reach, touch close to the heels as body lifts. 1 more breath. Exhale, bring it down. Opposite cheek to the earth. Once again, see how much you can relax, getting warmth of breath right into that low back. 3 or 4 more breaths. Each breath helps you release. And then go ahead and center the chin. And then walk it up to standing on shins. We're going to get ready for Ustrasana. So 2 fist distances apart between the knees. If you've got lots of range of motion, low back, you can decide whether you want those tops of feet down or curl the toes under so the heels are closer to you. With your inhale, lift the shoulders, send them back, drop them down. Palms come to the pelvis, elbows squeeze together. Lift from low belly past the collarbones as your gaze comes across the ceiling. Squeeze the elbows into the midline. Strong core, strong glutes, but keep the glutes strong more on the bottom. See if you can relax them on the top. Then maybe grab back, 1 heel at a time. Shoulder blades lift long through the front body. Couple breaths here. Go ahead and tuck the chin, release, come tall torso, palms together, hero's pose. Sit it down. If you need a block under your tailbone, or a couple books or a bolster, just grab it. And then settle into your hero's pose, several rounds of breath. Feel your body. Just note what's there.
With your next round of breath, palms come back to the thighs, blink eyes open. We'll get ready for pigeon pose. And I'm going to guide right into pigeon. But if you have flipping your dog in your practice and you'd like to flip your dog before going into pigeon, that's of course fine. Make sure you've got a clear landing pad if you are going to flip your dog. So come on through tabletop, back to your down dog. Big round of breath in down dog. We'll all do a hip opener together. With your inhale, reach that right leg. Take your hip opener. Stack hips, knee to sky, heel towards tailbone. Square the shoulders a bit. Then send that right leg nice and long, or flip your dog, yogi's choice. With your exhale, if you're following along with me, knee to the outside of the mat behind the right wrist. I recommend coming into a pigeon heart opener by walking the hands back towards the hips. Shoulder blades lift the heart space, look up, big inhale. With your exhale, come on down. Keep the spine long. Flex the right foot. Support your forehead. See if you can square the hips a little bit. See if you can have the sense of the right hip crease moving back in space. Remember, if your right knee is cranky, supine figure 4 is a great alternative. Same stretch, lots more control. See how much you can let go in the next several rounds of breath. Then nice and slowly begin to reverse it out. Hands back on your shoulders. Send it back, 3-point down dog. Pump it out. Take the movements that right knee and right leg need to feel better and released. And then settle it back down, down dog. One round of breath here, reach long. Melt the heels. Inhale, sweep that left leg way high. Take your hip opener, stack hips, knee to sky. Square the shoulders. Enjoy that hip opener. Take your flip dog if you took it on the first side. Otherwise, transition it through. Left knee to outside the mat, behind the left wrist. Come tall in your torso. Puff out. Pigeon heart opener, big inhale. Exhale it down. Flex the left foot. Right heel directly behind the right knee. Bring it down. Support the forehead. Big breaths. See if you can have that sense of the warmth of the breath coming right into that outer hip. Just about 3 or 4 more breaths. And then nice and slowly, hands under shoulders, curl the back toe under, send the left leg long, and pump it out. Give that knee what it needs. Maybe another hip opener, and then settle in. Down dog, reach arms long. See where those heels can melt to. Full body stretch, big round of breath. Next exhale, bend the knees. Walk it all the way through, coming into your supine position. And once you get into your supine position, just find your way back into, as if we're prepping for bridge, but we're going to go right into a supine stretch. But what I'd like you to do is bring arms out at a T, lift the hips, send just the hips over to the left and drop them down. Now float the legs up, and then go ahead and drop them over to the right. Gaze to the left. And then grab that top hand, press into the top knee if you want a little bit more stretch. You can have that sense of the left hip point moving away from the left knee if you want a bit more stretch. Couple rounds of breath here. Nice and slowly, core strength brings the knees back up,
Set the feet down just like we would to prep for bridge. This time hips up and to the right. Float the knees, drop them over to the left. Core strength slows you down. Gaze over the right arm, maybe top hand to press the top knee down. Maybe that right hip point isometrically sending away to get more of a stretch. One or two more breaths here. And then with your next round of breath, core strength brings those knees back up. Float them over your torso, transition into happy baby. I invite you to stay with the pelvis down, feet like they could press into the sky, and then take a little bit of a rock, side to side, massage out that low back, the pelvis area. And then as you're ready, stillness, find where you want your stretch to be. Wider legs, more groin, longer legs, more hamstring. And then you can bring a low back stretch in by rounding off, bringing the knees like they want to go to the outsides of the underarms, feeling like you can kick the hands away as the hands pull back. Couple rounds of breath here. With your next round of breath, we'll all meet up in a little teeny ball. Knees to chin, chin to knees, wrap up. Shins hug in, grab opposite elbows. Exhale, tiniest little ball still. Inhale, full body stretch. Reach everything long. Point the toes for a round of breath or two. Flex the feet for a round of breath or two, and maybe lift the low back off to get a low belly stretch. Big, huge inhale, reach everything long. Exhale, sweep it down, and prepare for Shavasana. So definitely take time. Grab a cover up or a blanket if you need. If you're in a room that has a light switch that you want to turn off, grab that light switch. And then settle in. Just really feel your body connected to the earth. And then take big, huge breaths. So how much can you fill up? All the way low to high. Past the collarbones. And then open up, exhale. Let it go. Couple rounds of those big breaths. So you're in your room, mic is muted. Really feel free to make lots of noise on the exhales. And then once you've had several rounds of these big long breaths, let the breath normalize. And really take the exhales as breaths that let you go. So that each exhale allows the muscles to release and have that sense of really settling into the mat, such that the mat is supporting you and you feel heavy into the earth. And then we'll move through finding tight spots as we scan through. So notice the pelvic floor. And as you notice the pelvic floor, just see if you can find that spot in the low belly. And as you release the low belly, see if the pelvic floor can let go just a little bit more.
And then allow attention to float up your body. Just note low ribs and mid-back. Breathe there. Bring attention up to between the shoulder blades and the front of the chest. Fill up. And then with your exhale, let go. Feel more space between the breastbone and the spine. And notice the back of the tongue. Keeping the tip of the tongue connected to the roof of your mouth. Allow the back of the tongue to release. And as you do so, see if you can sense the shoulders relaxing just a touch more. And allow the attention to rise up. Feel your neck. Feel the base of the skull. And see if you can allow your whole neck, jaw, base of the skull to release. And scan through your whole face, the muscles that support your cheeks and temples and eyes and forehead and crown of head and back of head, all the way back to where the back of your skull meets your cervical spine, and just see how much you can let go there. Then bring full attention to sensation of breath once again. And for the next minute or so of Shavasana, just allow breath as your focal point. You're keeping awareness, so when thoughts come in, you can just let them go and return attention to breath and relax. And then nice and slowly begin to take some little movements that can help you transition out of Shavasana. So perhaps some wrist circles, perhaps some neck stretches, just bringing chin to one shoulder as the opposite shoulder grounds down and taking it back and forth a couple times. Then as you're ready, find your way to your fetal position and just allow that fetal position to feel so very safe and secure and good, and notice how your body feels in that position. And nice and slowly find your way to your comfortable seated position. Seeing if you can keep eyes closed and then bring hands to heart space. And take a moment to once again consider your intention. Breathe it through. Thank you so much for practicing together in our virtual community on Zoom. The inner spirit in me sees and honors the inner spirit in each of you. Namaste.